Imagine being betrayed by the person you trusted most, your own family. Now, imagine that betrayal ruins your life, locks you in an asylum, and twists your future into a tragedy you never saw coming. That's Sofia Falcone's reality, and in the Penguin's latest episode, her story takes a devastating turn. Hey there, Gotham fans! Welcome back to the channel, where we take you deep into the gritty streets of Gotham to unravel the complex narratives of our favorite DC characters. If you're a fan of twisted plots, epic betrayals, and jaw-dropping character transformations, you're in the right place. Today, we're talking about the Penguin's latest episode, St. Annie, which has turned Sofia Falcone's life into an absolute tragedy. This episode takes her character to a whole new level of complexity. If you thought she was just another mobster villain out for blood, you're in for a surprise. We're diving into her backstory, the shocking revelations about her father, Carmine Falcone, and how Sofia's tragic arc makes her one of the most fascinating characters in Gotham's underworld. Now, before we dive into the deep end, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a breakdown of your favorite DC shows. Alright, let's get into it. Before the fall, Sofia Falcone was the crown jewel of the Falcone crime family. She wasn't just some random mob boss daughter. She was beloved, respected, and even admired for her work outside the family's criminal empire. In fact, Sofia was the one leading the family's charity work, focusing on mental health advocacy, especially for women. She was determined to change the narrative surrounding the Falcone name, making it look more legitimate and humane. She wanted to leave a mark on Gotham, one that didn't involve crime and violence. She had aspirations to take over the family business, but not in the traditional bloody Falcone way. She envisioned something more, something better. Even Carmine Falcone himself, the feared head of the family, saw her potential. He often spoke about how he wanted Sofia to succeed him rather than her brother Alberto. But, as we'll soon discover, Gotham doesn't allow for such dreams. The city devours innocence, and even the strongest souls can't escape the shadows forever. And then comes the betrayal. In St. Annie, we finally get the full scope of Carmine Falcone's manipulation. We learn through a series of flashbacks that Sofia's father is the true Hangman, the serial killer who was responsible for a string of brutal murders in Gotham. In the original comics, The Long Halloween and Dark Victory, it was Sofia who took on the role of the Hangman. But in The Penguin, they flipped the script in a shocking and tragic way. Sofia lost her mother to suicide when she was only 9 years old. This event shaped her deeply, pushing her toward mental health advocacy, especially for women. But when journalist Summer Gleason reveals to Sofia that several other women connected to her family's 44 Below nightclub died in suspiciously similar circumstances, she starts to piece together the awful truth. Her father, Carmine, was behind their deaths, just like he was behind her mother's. But it doesn't stop there. When Carmine finds out that Sofia is digging into these deaths, he does something truly unforgivable. He frames her for the murders, pinning the Hangman killings on his own daughter. And to make sure she doesn't interfere with his plans, he has her sent to Arkham Asylum, Gotham's infamous institution for the criminally insane. Carmine's betrayal is the moment Sofia's life unravels completely. It's not just about being framed for a crime she didn't commit. It's the realization that the person she trusted most, the one who raised her, has orchestrated her downfall. Her father, who wanted her to succeed him, is the very person who destroys her. Once Sofia is locked away in Arkham, her descent into madness begins. We're shown glimpses of her 10 years in the asylum, where she's subjected to horrific electric shock treatments and constant paranoia. Arkham is a place that breaks people, and for Sofia, it becomes her personal hell. She's surrounded by enemies, many of whom she believes are there on her father's orders to kill her. In Arkham, she starts to lose her grip on reality. One of the most heartbreaking moments of the episode is when Sofia kills Magpie, a fellow inmate who might have been trying to help her. But after years of betrayal and trauma, Sofia can no longer trust anyone. She believes Magpie was sent by her father to finish the job, and, in a desperate act of self-preservation, she murders her. Sofia's time in Arkham strips away every last piece of her former self. The glamorous, hopeful woman we saw at the start is gone, replaced by someone who has been broken, violated, and turned into a shadow of who she once was. Now, let's talk about that family dinner scene. At the heart of Cent'anni is the idea of betrayal within the family. Luca Falcone, now the head of the Falcone family, gives a toast, saying, "We are each other's sanctuary." It's a nice sentiment, right? The idea that, in a world as dark as Gotham, family is the one place where you should feel safe. But in the case of the Falcones, it's all a lie. For Sofia, this toast is nothing but cruel irony. Her family, her supposed sanctuary, sent her to Arkham, framed her for murder, and abandoned her in her time of need. The Falcones are a family bound by crime, and for them, blood ties mean little when there's power and control at stake. Sofia's father betrayed her, her uncle abandoned her, and the rest of her relatives turned their backs on her. The tragedy of Sofia's story is that, despite everything, she never questions her own innocence. She never once considers confessing to the murders she didn't commit. Even though her mind is being shattered by her experiences, she remains steadfast in her belief that she did nothing wrong. Her family might have betrayed her, but she never betrays herself. Now, let's get to the climax of the episode, Sofia's brutal revenge. After enduring years of betrayal, isolation, and torture, Sofia finally takes matters into her own hands. In the greenhouse, she confronts her family, and in a moment of calculated fury, she kills them. But what makes this scene even more powerful is that Sofia still has a shred of humanity left. She spares young Gia, a child in the family who represents the innocence Sofia once had. Protecting Gia in the midst of this bloodshed shows that, despite everything she's been through, Sofia hasn't completely lost her moral compass. She's not a mindless killer. She's a woman shaped by tragedy, and her actions are driven by the need to survive in a world that has wronged her at every turn. With her family dead, Sofia's path is clear. She's ready to take control of the Falcone crime family and stand up to Oz Cobb, the Penguin. But unlike Oz, Sofia's motivations come from a place of deep personal pain. She's not just after power, she's after redemption, revenge, and the chance to reclaim her life. So, what does this all mean for the future of the Penguin? Sofia Falcone is no longer just another villain in Gotham's underworld. She's a tragic figure, one who's been betrayed, manipulated, and pushed to the edge. Her story is one of survival, and now she's ready to challenge Oz Cobb for control of the city's criminal empire. The question now is, who will come out on top? Oz may be the charming, street-smart underdog, but Sofia has the weight of her past and the fire of revenge driving her. Let me know in the comments whose side you're on, Team Sofia or Team Oz. And if you're loving this breakdown, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, Gothamites. Stay tuned for more deep dives into the Penguin and all things DC. Until next time, stay safe out there. Gotham's a dangerous place.